a tortilla omelet burrito with pulled chicken and some salsa verde. Salsa verde, translation, green sauce. Tomatillos in the gooseberry family. They look like green tomatoes. In fact, they're not, but you can utilize them that way. All right, just quarter the tomatillos. And this is a sauce that you should just know how to make. You can make a fantastic green salsa that you can serve with like chips, for instance. And I start by making this sauce just like this. So this is a good recipe for you to have, period. If you want to get this recipe, just go to foodnetwork.com/brunch, and whatever we're cooking today, it will be there. We have some jalapenos and some red onion. We're just gonna chop these up coarsely. And then a couple of cloves of garlic. We're gonna put all this on a sheet pan with a little bit of canola oil, and we're just gonna let them roast. And then when everything gets nice and soft, we can actually blend it all together. We'll put some cilantro in there, we'll season it up, and we'll have a beautiful salsa verde. A little bit of canola oil. Season it up. Let's get it in the oven. 375, 400 degrees. Probably will take about 20, 25 minutes maximum. All right. Tomatillos, onions, garlic, and jalapenos. And they're nice and soft and roasted. It didn't take very long at all, maybe about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We're gonna put this right into a food processor. Gonna put a little bit of honey in here. Why the honey? You have the spiciness from the chilies and you have the tartness from the tomatillos, so you wanna balance that out. We're gonna put a little bit of acidity with this fresh lime juice. Totally puree it. Okay. It's really pale. It's actually not a very pretty color. And we want to make this green. Now, the way to do that is obviously put something green into it to really kind of bring it out. And something fresh, so cilantro works really nicely. Now, the thing about it is that this is still warm, and we're gonna actually heat this up with the chicken. This is chicken that it's like store-bought rotisserie chicken, and we're just gonna cook the chicken in the sauce first. And at the very end, we'll add a bunch of fresh herbs, so it really kind of punch with the green. If you put it in when it's warm, it's just gonna turn gray anyway. So we're gonna take a little canola oil. I want my chicken to be pulled, but I want it to be in big pieces. It kind of drives me crazy when it's so shredded that it has no texture. You find that with pork a lot. Texture is so important. A little salt and pepper. We can pour our sauce over this. Slow down the heat. The chicken's already cooked, right? So we don't want to overcook it, and we don't need to cook it for that long. But I just want the sauce and the chicken to really get to know each other for a minute. And we're gonna make some chicken cracklings, or fried chicken skin, and this will give that sort of nice crunchiness to the burrito. And you already have the ingredient. It's like a free thing. Skin comes with the chicken. Put some canola oil in here, let it heat up. While we're waiting for the oil to heat up, let's crack some eggs. So I said before, we were making a tortilla omelet burrito. So basically, what we're gonna do is crack some eggs. So we're just gonna whisk this up. A little bit of hot sauce. This, of course, is optional. And we're just gonna pour this right into the... And this way, when we're ready to go, we'll just take one of our tortillas and dredge it into the egg on both sides and then cook it right in the pan. All right, I think our chicken skin is ready. There we go. And you just want to crisp up the skin. Chicken cracklings. Anything crispy and crackling is all good for me. All right, so they really take like 20 seconds. I'm gonna let them drain on a paper towel, and we'll just keep cooking more of these. First thing I'm gonna do is finish up our chicken by adding a bunch of fresh cilantro to it. And this is actually gonna freshen up the color for sure, but also the flavor. little squeeze of fresh lime. So now, let's make our tortillas. So we have our eggs with a little bit of hot sauce and some salt and pepper. Dip it into the egg, see what happens. Flip it over. A little crusty on the outside. Puffing up a little bit. Gonna start by putting a little chicken in here. I love rotisserie chicken because you just take it home and then you can make a chicken dish in, in a split. Some of the cheese. We have some Monterey Jack and some white cheddar. They both melt very well. The cheddar's gonna have a little bit more of a bite to it. Squeeze the lime. And don't forget our chicken cracklings. This is gonna give the burrito a little bit of crunch on the inside. And a little bit of crunch is always a good thing. Fold on both sides. Fold over the filling. It's pretty cool. Let's do one more. Fold it up. A couple of limes to go on the plate. A little fresh cilantro. Maybe a little creme fraiche on top. Give it a taste. That's so good. The egg on the tortilla is a really cool idea. I mean, I love the flavor of eggs on basically anything, so especially for brunch. The chicken with the salsa verde and those cracklings, that makes all the difference, because otherwise it's all one texture.